Hello, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Say hello. Tell me where you're watching from if you're new to my channel. Today we are going to making a lantern bow. So come on in and share this live for me. I would really appreciate that. Let your friends know we're on. Maybe they'd like to come and watch. I'll go ahead and share this to my page as well. And maybe they will come over and watch. If I can get it to work. All right, there we go. Let's do that. There we go. All right, so now I put it on my page so everybody will know that we're live. All right, so today I'm making a lantern bow. We're going to do a strawberry theme. I don't know why, but this month all of a sudden I have a fruit theme going on. So we've done peaches, we've done apples, now we're doing strawberries. Hey, Brandon. Hi, honey. All right, so here is the lantern I'm going to use. I don't normally sell the lanterns with the bows anymore. The reason for that is I did it once and the glass broke, and I don't want to do that again and have that happen to a customer. So I typically do not sell them with the bows. If they wanted to buy it separate, then I would have to take the glass out of it, wrap it up, and sell it that way. But lanterns are pretty easy to come by. You can get them just about anywhere. Walmart carries them. They have different sizes. I've got different sizes that I use for displays. Now, if it were a local sale, yes, I would go ahead and sell it locally. So my face is cut off, or top of my head is cut off on my video, isn't it? Sorry about that. All right. I should have adjusted the camera more. All right. So we are going to start with the bow, obviously. So I have a couple of different ribbons here. Let's move this back here. Right there. All right, so I think I'm going to do the green with the strawberries on it. I also have a white background with strawberries on it. We've got a red Swiss dot because I think it goes with the little seeds on the strawberry. We have a solid green here. We've got a solid red, a dash check lime green, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one or not, but I have the green with the white polka dots. I wasn't sure if I was going to use this or the dash check, but I think I'm liking the dash check better. So we're going to do that. Then I've got some strawberries here. I've got a pick that's got strawberries with strawberry flowers on it that we're going to work those into it. I've got some filler pieces and some filler greenery here that we're going to use to fill in the bow and make it real pretty. I also have some extra strawberries just in case we need them. I don't think we will, but I got them just in case. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this bow here. We're going to start with our 2.5 inch. All right. How's everybody doing today? You doing good? How are you doing, Brandon? Just playing games? Or are you doing something else? All right, so I want to do a couple of long tails so that it can flow down the side, but I don't want all of my ribbons or all of my tails to go down the side. So I'm going to make, the first one is going to be about 12 inches. That should be about long enough. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I just got off the phone with Papo. 30 days from today, he will be home. I don't know what I did there, but I did twisted it the wrong direction. So we've got the 12 inch there, and I want to do about a 5.5 inch loop. I'm going to go ahead and do it just like I would a regular bow on a wreath. So I'm going to stick with the 5.5 inch loop. And we're going to do 5.5 on this side. Now I'm going to do 4 of these, so 2 on each side. There we go. It needs to be a little bit longer. Come in, say hello, tell me where you're watching from. If you're new to my page, let me know where you're at. All right, now when I do this tail, I don't want it to be a long tail, so I'm going to cut it about the same length as my loops, maybe a little bit longer because we're going to dovetail it. Let me get that in there. All right, so we're going to fan these out. I want the one long tail there, and then we're going to have this one come up here, and we will dovetail this. Those are brand new scissors, and they sure don't cut like it. All right, so there's the first one. Now we're going to use the solid green right in front of my face. All right, it's going to be that kind of a day, huh? All right, now when I do this one, I want to do it with the same length as my other ones. I'm not going to make these long. Like I said, I don't want to have a bunch of, hey, Rhea, I don't want to have a bunch of tails hanging down because that tends to cover up too much of your lantern. So I'm going to try and not do that. So this one is going to be 5 inches, and I'm only doing one loop on each side of this color. So these are 5 inches. So we're going to cut this off right about there. All right. So we will dovetail these. So this makes it look like there are actually 4 loops when there's really just 2. All right, so that's dovetailed there. There we go. That's where I want it. Whoops. Did not want that to come undone. All right. And then I think I'm going to do the solid red. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the solid red. Now with the solid red, I am going to make that one a little bit longer so that it will be the same as that first one. And these will be 4.5 inches. So I go down slightly with each ribbon. And I'm going to do 4, so 2 on each side. But then this one, we're going to cut the same as the others. I don't know if this bow technique has a name to it. I don't know bow names. I just do what I like and make them how I like them. So if there's a name to them, I don't know. Okay, that one's done. All right, now we're going to go with, let's put this other strawberry one in. This one's a strawberry with the white background. And I'm also going to make this a long one. These will be 4 inches. So what are y'all up to today? Anything? Anybody doing anything exciting? I have to go and send off some orders when I get done with my live. Okay. Get that one over there. Let's go ahead and dovetail this one. So let's, oops, put that one up there. So that one we just did 2 loops, 1 on each side. So I want these over here in the center. All right, now we're going to do the, let's see, do we like the dash check or do we like the polka dots? I'm liking the dash check. I really think I'm going to stick with that one. Polka dots would be nice, but I don't know. They just seem like they would stand out too much. All right, and then this one is going to be a long one because then we'll have the strawberry, green strawberry. We'll have the solid, the other strawberry, and then this red or green one here. We'll do that. So those will all be our long tails. So we're not going to have a whole bunch of tails. We're just going to have those 4. Okay, this one's going to be 3.5 inches, so it's slightly smaller. We're going to do 4 loops of this. And then we're going to finish it off with the red Swiss dot. And then we will make our center loop with that as well. So there are those. If y'all wouldn't mind sharing this, I would really appreciate that. Let your friends know that we are here making something. Maybe they'd like to come and watch. If you'd like to get on my email list, you can do that by typing in the comments email, or you can just sign up using the link in the description. You can also get a list of my supplies that I use, tools and that I use in my craft room. You can get everything. It's got clickable links. You can get everything from my wire cutters to my ribbon racks. All right, so that's that one, and then we're going to finish it with this one here. All right, this one I'm going to go long, but not as long. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that ought to be enough. If not, I can always cut it. All right, so this one will be about 3 inches. And we're just doing 1 loop on each side with this one, and then we'll do a center loop. So there are the 2 loops. Cut this off here. Dovetail it. There we go. And then I'm going to take about an 8-inch piece. Take it and fold it in half. Scrunch up the end, leaving about an inch, whoops, an inch to half inch to an inch. Put that down in there, and that'll be our center loop. All right, let me get this off of here. There we go. All right, I'm going to take a zip tie. I have a black zip tie here. We're going to use this. We're going to go up underneath all of our loops, making sure all of them are up underneath there. I'm going to take this zip tie, latch it on there. I'm going to tighten it enough to where I can pull it off and not have it fall apart on me. Grab this side. There's a little divot right here where those posts were, and I want my zip tie to sit in that spot. So I'm going to scooch it over, pull that locking mechanism back to the back because we don't want to see that. All right, now I'm going to tie a pipe cleaner. This is about a 3/4 pipe cleaner. It's not a full pipe cleaner. I'm going to tuck that up underneath, and that's what we're going to use to attach it to the lantern, or you can put it on a mailbox. You can put it on a light post outside. All right, we're going to tighten it up just a little more. Grab a hold of those pipe cleaners so I can use those for leverage, and we're going to get our bow going in the right direction. Get all of our loops where we want them. So fluff it out. Make sure that center one is sitting in the center. Let's see. Now let's come up here. Got this one here. You guys are quiet today. Nobody's talking. All right, so there is our bow. These long tails will be the only ones that hang down, so we don't have a whole bunch of tails covering up our lantern. So now that everything is where I want it, I will go ahead and tighten this up really good. Make sure it's really tight so it doesn't come apart. Snip that off, and I'm left with my 2 pipe cleaners to tie this onto the lantern. Let me move this out of the way. All right, so this lantern is, oops, let me see, 10. So it's about 15 inches, 16. Yeah, it's 15 inches tall. All right, so here's the door. I want the door to be able to be able to open the door. So we're going to use this as our front over here, so that you can still access this door to put your candle in and out. Of course, you only want to use battery-operated candles with these. So I'm just using this corner right here, corner piece, to attach my bow to. So if you need to, you can open the door. Get your hands in there so that you can twist that around. Now you can put it right here. You could put it up on top. If you had more of a pipe cleaner, you could tie it around the very top. But I think this will work right here. So I'm just going to give it a little tight twist so it doesn't move around too much. Thank you. So see, the tails aren't too long. We can still trim them up a little bit so they just kind of hang there. And then you can curl them as well. We'll do that too. As you know, I like to curl the tails on my bows. All right, that's good. Now we're going to decorate the bow up. That's the fun part. So with the bow, because I don't sell them with the lantern, you want to make sure that you only are gluing to your bow and not to the actual lantern. Now, if you were going to sell the lantern with it, you can put a block on here and a block of foam and be able to, pick things into that. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to decorate just the bow. So as long as y'all can see that, we're good. Let me get these ribbons out of the way. All right, so I want to do some greenery around the outsides, and then we'll put in the strawberries. All right, so I have this little bucket. Thank you. I have this little bucket of extra greenery. So this one has got these little, I'm not sure what they are, what kind of leaves they are, but they're really, they feel like paper almost, but they look to me like what you would see on a strawberry bush. These don't look like what you would find on a real strawberry bush. So that's why I picked those out. So I have a bunch of those that we can use. And then I have some ficus pieces that are left over from other projects. We're going to use some of that in the background. So let me just grab some of these. All right, so ficus leaves, you can get these at Hobby Lobby. You can get them if you get the wholesalers. If you shop at Sims, you can also get them from there. They come on a nice big stem, and you can break it apart to where it's you get multiple pieces out of it. So I'm just leaving a little bit of a stem on here. Oops, sorry. Get my hair out of the way. All right, I'm going to dip this in my glue pot I got going over here. You don't want a whole lot of glue, but just enough that it's going to hold it in there. And then you're going to go in between your bow loops, and you're going to glue to that. There's that one. And I'm cutting these stems down really short. So I'm not gluing anything to the back of these first loops. I'm gluing in between the first and the second. And that's what's going to hold your greenery in that end. Well, that one went in backwards. We don't want that. Let's turn it around. All right, there we go. Come over here, please. There we go. So you want to be able to see those peeking out. Y'all doing okay today? Everybody having a good Friday? Anybody have any plans for the weekend? I think I'm going to get all my fall stuff out now because I've been putting it off and putting it off. And I need to get it done. It's just such a pain transferring everything out when you have hardly any space. All right, so I'm going to do another layer. And I will turn this around so y'all can see it. In 1 second, I'll put this last piece in here. There we go. I forgot to turn my ceiling fan off. Working with glue, it makes the strings fly around. All right, see, I think I'm going to put one more over here. This is a good one. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. This is our new time on Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. There we go. I think I want to put one more layer in. I have to have it look facing me for just a second, and then I will turn it back around. That one there. The lantern is a 16-inch lantern. And like I said, I don't normally sell my lantern with my bow because of shipping. I did that once and I shipped it and the glass got broken. So, I mean, if the customer really wanted one, I could take the glass out, but they'd have to put the glass back in. It's just too much, of a hassle to do. So it's just easier to sell them without. And then I don't have to worry about, damage and shipping and stuff like that. So I glue everything to the bow itself. Nothing is glued to the lantern. That way it can be removed. But like I said before, if you wanted to, you could put a block of foam on it and then glue everything to that and attach it that way. But it's real easy and simple to decorate up bows. It really is. And it's a lot of fun. You can do so much with them. All right, so there's our starter greenery. Yeah, it is hard to ship them like that. Even even when I wrapped it really good in bubble wrap, I stuffed the inside of it to make sure that nothing would happen to it. The glass still got broken. Luckily, the customer was okay and said, she would replace the glass. She had some glass and she could replace it. But I felt really bad that it had broken, so I don't do that anymore. Now, if it were local, that's different. I would sell it locally, but because then I don't have to ship it. All right. Now that we've got those on there, making sure I don't want to put anything anywhere else. All right, we're done with the ficus leaves. That used up quite a bit of that. Let's take our strawberry pick apart. So this pick came from, I want to say it came from AC Moore when they were still around. Nicole brand. Nicole brand that's not Michael's, is it? I can't remember. I don't need to take the tag off. We'll just leave it. I can't remember if that's Michael's, but I'm pretty sure it came from not Old Time Pottery. AC Moore when they were still around. So I'm going to cut a couple of these off. I don't think we're going to need the whole bush, and I want to push up all the greenery in that because I don't know if I'm going to use it. But that's where this one came from. I'm sure you could find them. You can find the bags of strawberries at Hobby Lobby, and they're foam, so you could stick little picks in them just as easily. They just wouldn't have the leaves and these little flowers on them. That's all. This one doesn't want to move. There it goes. Thank you. Yeah, see, that might be too much leaves on here for this. I might have to take the leaves off and just go with using these other ones that I got out. It's a lot of leaf. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5. I may not need it all, but we'll have them cut. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the big leaf off and leave the smaller leaves on there, I think. We'll save those leaves. Does anybody else save all their leaves and that extra leaves that they take off? I have a couple of little plastic bins here full of them. Yeah, I'm just taking the bigger leaves off. They're a little too big. There we go. That'll work. All right, so I've left those long enough that we can use them. We will have to cut them down. But I'm going to take some of these smaller leaves and we're going to put these towards the front of the bow, because these would not be seen in the back. So I'm just going to dip that end in there, and I'm going to put these in between the loops. And it doesn't take much glue to put these on there. And I'm going to turn this around and show it to you in 1 second. Let me get these on there, and then it'll be easier to show it that way. I know it's hard watching from the back, but yeah, I do too. I've tried to get out of the habit of saving all of the mesh in that and only keeping the ones that I have like multiple rolls of. That way, you know, I can reuse it, but it just sits there and it doesn't get reused. So it can be taking up space, and I really don't need any more stuff that takes up space. I'm limited as I am as it is on space with this big old bed in here. I can't imagine the room I'd have if I took the bed out, but I can't take that out and not have a place for my kids when they come to visit. So all right, that gives it a little lift right there. All right, so see, I put those little ones right in here under the 1.5 inch pieces. All right, so we don't need those anymore. We'll leave them there. So now we can cut these down and put these in. So if you had any other little things that you wanted to put in here, you could put in some little red ball picks. Let's see, what else could we put in here? Yep, that too. Put them on the backs of the grapevines. Yep, great. Yep, great use for them. All right, let me see how long I want to cut these. So not much. I don't need to cut too much off. And I'm going to go right in to the bow, to the center. Get it on the ends, and then I drag the back of this pick in it to kind of get it on there so it'll stick to like the ribbons and that holds it in place. There we go. Because these are a little heavy. Not heavy, but they're heavy enough that they'll fall over if we don't hold them for a second. All right, there we go. There's one. I'll show you what that looks like. Each one of these has like 3 little strawberries on it. So, and again, if you had a strawberry wreath, this would be good as a mailbox topper. Put it on your light post if you have one of those lights out in the front of your house. You could put it on your banister or on your porch. Put it on your mailbox. Put it on your little side table. If you have a decoration there, you can put it there to match. If you have a little side table outside on your porch. Thank you. All right, so we're going to go right down in here. And I'm just pushing that down in there, and then I'm pushing the ribbon up to it so it holds it in place. There we go. Let's do this one's longer. I'm going to do this one right here. that'll work right there. I'll turn this around here in 1 second. There we go. Just going to hold that there for 1 second to make sure it adheres to it really good. Oh yeah. Okay, so Diane said she's got a brick mailbox and she wants to figure out something she can use to attach mailbox bow and rail. Have you ever tried one of those grave saddles? Because you know those have the metal pieces that you can, I don't know if it's squared or if it's rounded at the top, but you can pull those metal pieces down around it or over it, and it kind of clasps onto it to hold it in place. You could try that. All right, now I'm going to go in a little closer to the outside of the, yeah, this we're going to have to cut down a lot more. So basically you're just kind of layering things in here. That one's still a little too long, it feels like. Nope, it'll work right there. Okay. Yeah, sometimes those grave saddles will work on something like that. I know people that use them to do mailbox rails, or it's not really a rail, but all right, that one's in there. We're going to put another one on this side. Make sure before I cut it. I want to go right in here, I think. Maybe I go right here. Let's cut that off. And then once I get these strawberries on there, oh, this one only had 2 strawberries on it. I got cheated out of a strawberry. Let's see. Trying to find the best place to put this one right here. Yeah, I hope that works for you. Okay. There we go. What do you think? Looks like we need one more on this side. Let me put one more over here. Oh, all of these only have 2 on them. Well, don't know about that. So for, you know, 1 bush of strawberries, that's not bad. Oh, did I cut that too short? I think I cut it too short. Let me try this one. Cut it longer. Cut that one too short. I think we need one right back here. Yeah, right there. Nope, nope, nope. Stay on there, please. Trying to see where I want to put that. I hate that when I have a spot picked out and then I forget where I was going to go with it. right there. That looks better. All right, we'll just take this little one and we'll put it in the front here. Looks like it could use one right there. But we're going to cut it shorter. I'll have to make a little strawberry wreath so that this will go with it. There we go. Now, when I send out my bows, I don't have one over here. I think I put it all away. You know the flaps on a cardboard box? When you get a cardboard box and you don't need that box or you're not going to save it, cut off the flaps for it, and you can cut them down and use them to attach, poke holes in it, put the pipe cleaner for the bow through it, and you can ship them in a small 12 by 12 box with it attached to that piece of cardboard. And that's how I ship mine. And I put tissue in my loops too. All right, so there we go. Now I want to put some of these little white fillers in and we'll be done. So these come on a long branch like this. Cut off one branch, or stem, I should say. Thank you. And then you can take this and you can cut it into pieces. So unless they fall off, then you know. Where'd that one come from? I don't see where it came from. Could have just been stuck in there. All right, so I'm going to cut this off right here. I'm going to cut this one off right here and down here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces out of that. You can still cut it even smaller if you don't want multiple pieces, if you just want to do one piece at a time. So I'm going to take this one and we're just going to pop these in just anywhere to give it a little bit of accent to it. See that there? So we'll just take these longer ones and pop them in the back. Right in here. So it just gives it a little bit of extra. This one in here. There we go. And like I said, make sure everything is glued to the bow, not the lantern. Oh, thank you. I used the shoe racks back here. Each one holds 3 rows of ribbon. Each shelf holds 3 rows of ribbon, so it holds a lot of ribbon. I love them. They are on my supply list. If you have that list, or if you want that list, there's a link in the description, or you can just type in the word supply and I will send it to you directly. If I type in the word supply, though, on YouTube is a little harder because I don't have your email to send it to. But if you want it, just click on that link that's in the description that says supply list, and it will take you right to it. And they're all clickable links to show you where I bought the stuff at. All right, we need one over here. Yep, and it, like I said, it's got everything from my wire cutters all the way up to my ribbon racks. I really love them. They're a little more expensive, but they're worth it. They're metal, so they will not fall apart. You know, I had the plastic ones before, and those tend to warp and bend, and then, you know, the ribbon falls off of them. So I had to get rid of those. And I bought these, and I just love them. I really do. And they're stackable. The middle one, you can't really see it too well right now, but it goes from ceiling to floor. And they're 12 tier. and they're stackable. So you can get, the 12 tier, they come in 2 sections. I hope I explained that right. But I really like them a lot. All right, we're going to cut one more. And then we will be done. I see a couple of places where I need to add some more. I'll just take that one off right there. So I need one right in here somewhere. See if I can get this in there. Well, that stuck to my leaves. I didn't want that. There we go. I think that's good. What do you think? I see one spot could use one right here. Let's get this one in here, and then like always, I will go back afterwards and look and see if there's anything that's needed, any holes that need to be filled. Probably put one right here at the bottom. All right, let's get this one up under here. It doesn't want to go there, but there it is. There, so now we got something sticking down from there. All right, and then you can just take this bow off. Let me show you. And it hopefully nothing has stuck to our lantern. Hi, Nathan. All right, there we go. Let's see. Did I undo it enough? There it is. Yep, we're good. So there's our bow. And then you can just take and put that on a lantern, put it on a mailbox, whatever you want to put it on. So there we go. I'll have to get pictures of it. Yeah, are they the plastic ones? That's what I had. Yeah, they're good, but it just once, you only get one row on it. And then, after a while, they just get really wobbly. And that's what was happening with mine. They were all kind of leaning to the side, even with gluing them and zip tying them together and all that. They still just weren't holding up. So I invested in these, and I'm sure glad I did. If I had room, I'd buy more of them because I could use more of them. I could use probably at least one more 12 tier. I just don't have anywhere to put it. All right, so I'm going to dovetail these tails right here. No particular length. I'm just going to dovetail them at the ends, and we're going to curl them up. And then we're done. So I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to come back next Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Whoops, that one did not go the way I wanted it to. So I don't normally curl my 2.5. I'm going to let that hang down. But then the 1.5s, I take my dowel. It's a 12-inch dowel, 3/4 of an inch wide or thick. And I take that and I just wrap my ribbon around it like this, and then pull it out. So let me do it this way so y'all can see. I just take this and wrap it loosely, not too tight, around like this. Pull this out and then grab a hold of that and pull those open like that. Let's do this one. So wrap it around loosely, go up, pull that out, and then grab a hold of that and then just kind of pull it down so that it is there. Might have to adjust it a little bit, but it's kind of hard doing it this direction, but I want y'all to see what I'm doing. Yeah, if you can get two of the 6-tier ones, those are stackable. They come with the clips so you can stack them. So if they have the 6-tier ones, get those. And they do sell out pretty quickly because I think a lot of people have started using them. But keep an eye on them and use that link. Save that link so you can get to it quicker. And it's also an affiliate link for me. But all right, that's it, guys. I will double check and make sure I don't need to fill in anywhere else. But for today, we are done. So I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. I do appreciate y'all being here. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I will get to them. And I want y'all to have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Do something fun. Be kind to one another. And I will see you next week. Don't forget, I am on Facebook on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I will be back here on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys. Have a great day. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye-bye.